And that's you blocked for being an inconsiderate little shit, innit? Don't know why it's showing that one off when it should be showing this one off. Metal ray from later. Which one's that? Why is it capturing the mental ray? Guess I know why that's happening. But the render view's there, so I'm just very confused. Alright, fair enough. Right, I'm just going to leave all these messages here so people can see the sort of shit I'm having to put up with at the moment. Nothing's getting released in the public. You had your chance, and you can moan and bitch all you want. It's all on you guys. If you can't play fair, you can't credit the original project, the original artist, don't expect anything to be released, and that's the end of the discussion about it. The project's done. If you want to do it, go and do it yourself. Stop fucking asking me for shit, because you're not going to get it anymore. I think I've done enough for you, fucking ungrateful fucks. I'm not saying it's the whole community, it's just people like this, and this is the reason why I'm leaving that in the comments section, because I'm sick and tired of people thinking they can tell me what to do. So the only bitch here is you. Shut the fuck up. I'm not interested. Now moving the fuck on to the actual fucking project that I am fucking currently doing, which is fucking so much better than that project because I don't have to fucking release anything. But this is the sort of reaction you wanted to get from me, ain't it? I ain't gonna give you it. They can fuck off. It's ridiculous and childish the sort of shit I have to put up with on a daily basis, and it's just like, grow up. Go and model. Go and learn to 3D model yourself, and then come back and moan at me when people steal your shit, and then you'll understand why nothing's getting released in the public anymore. But this isn't what this stream's about, and I'm sick of people bringing it up every time I go on stream about it. You got nothing better to do with your time then politely go fuck yourself and fuck off the chat, because I need to do this for guiding. So if you can't do that, then like I said, fuck off or I'll block you. It's as simple as that. I got better things to do with my time, and I'm doing that now. Freaking idiots. Right, anyway. I'm going to leave this entire room up so people can look at it, because we are scrapping that second floor. Because obviously I've expanded the bottom section and made the bloody library bigger than what it is in the game. It means we won't need the second floor, so I can remove it. Done. The problem is now, once that's been completely and utterly removed and expanded on, I'm going to have to expand the medical room as well. So there's a lot of work involved in that. Oh, and none of this is getting released to the public. Oh, what a shame. If you treat people with a little bit of friggin' ounce of respect, you might get somewhere. Right, so that's the old one. So it's time to scrap this completely. Second floor is going. Thank God I only did it as second floor as a separate thing, because then I can just go like this. Getting people moan about stuff, learn to fucking model. That's what I fucking did. Fucking do something about it instead of coming to me and moaning and bitching and release it in public now. How about you just go and take a long running jump off a cliff somewhere? Leave me alone. Can you do that? Because it is just so childish that I'm having to actually block people because they seem to think they can get to me and they can say release stuff. It's like, no. I don't have to release any damn thing, and I'm not going to. Everything got released as far as we're concerned. Some people decided to take the piss of it all, didn't they? Look at these ones. It's Capcom's property. Alright, no, let's put this as an argument session as well, since you seem to think you know better than me. Capcom do not have any of these room data anymore. They do not have the archives anymore. I remodeled the entire project from scratch over 6 years. So no, it isn't Capcom's property. They did the originals, but the stuff I released was mine. So if I decide that I am not going to release it, then I'm not going to. So shut the fuck up. Oh, and also have a block, you little bitch. God, I love these people. It's Capcom's property. No, it's not Capcom's property. They don't have the archives anymore. When somebody goes over the head and does a project for 6 years and then releases it to the public and halfway through some arsehole then steals that work and then brands me a plagiarist, this is what fucking happens. So no, there won't be any public releases. There will not be anything more to do with the Resident Evil 3 Revisited project. And to add into the point of it is, none of this guidance stuff's going to get released to the public either, because this is part of a mod. So now that we've gone over that one more time, because people are bitching at me like little children, you are not going to get anything anymore. Deal with it. Go and actually do something yourself. Like, get your finger out of your ass and actually learn to 3D model, and then you won't have to come and bitch at me about things, will you? Simple as. But if you can't even bother doing that, then that's not my problem. Go and figure it out for yourself. And stop coming in and interrupting this project, because this has got fuck all to do with that one. I swear to God, the amount of childish fucking people I have to put up with. Seriously, is this all this is gonna be? You're not gonna let me do the Gaiden project, which is what this is. You really want me to do this? Because unlike some people, I actually finish a project when I start it, and I wasn't gonna let some arsehole derail that. That's the reason why the project got released, and it's only gonna stay in private hands. But that's got nothing to do with you lot, because you don't deserve it. Because you ruined that chance. There are only certain people in this community that deserve this stuff, and it's not the assholes who steal from other people. As far as I'm concerned, you're not this community. But just try to remember that when you're trying to figure out shit. It's like a simple question, why even bother coming into this chat and start having a go at me about it? Oh my God, absolutely pathetic, some of these people. You know, you come on here to do a stream about the fucking project that you're working on, and people are moaning about another project that you can't even, you know, release. I'm just going to leave this there for people who are there, out of the 102 people who are actually watching this, who actually wants to watch this as a guidance stream and watch how actual games development is for a mod done. Because otherwise, I'm just going to switch it off and do something completely different, because this is childish. I'd rather get on with this project and get it sorted out so that we can get a demo fucking released, rather than you lot moaning about not getting something that you wouldn't have got anyway. So, are we quite finished? Are we quite finished pointing at me and calling me a bitch? Because it's childish and I'm getting sick of it. So are we done? So can I start this project now and do it in peace? It's fucking pathetic, some of these people. Absolutely pathetic. Oh, I'll tell you what, why do you model anything? Why do you do a project when you've scrapped the project? Why do you do a project when you were doing it all back in 2014? Because that's what we do as people. If we do a project and we get halfway through it and then we half-arse it, what's the point of doing that when you could do the whole thing? So now that you're all done bickering and bitching about it, let me give you some advice. Learn to 3D model something, and then this situation don't crop up, does it? Simple. Can you do that? Or is it too hard and complex for your brain to comprehend? Because if it isn't, then get off my fucking case. Idiots. Jesus wept. Parts of the community just wind me the fuck up, and it's just like, why? Why are you doing it? Seriously. I've got better things to do now. The project is complete. It's finished. Not my fault that, you know, the guy who I was working on it said he wants to make it private. It's staying that way. And I agree with him with that. And that's why it's never going to get released in the public. And as far as I'm concerned, if all the shit I've actually gone through and as it progresses now, why would I want to release it in public? Why would you deserve it? So if you can't come up with that as an answer, then quite frankly, shut up. This is not what this stream's about. This is about a completely different project. If you can't realise that, the door's there. People. Absolutely ridiculous. So, like I said before, I was rudely interrupted by a man-child who clearly just wants everything handed to him on a silver platter without an answer of actually learning to do anything. I've rebuilt the library. Because I wasn't happy with the size that it is in the game. And having rebuilt it and originally having it as a second floor to make up for the size issue, I no longer need it to have a second floor, and that's the way it's going to be. And because of that, it means less cameras used, it means we can do all the puzzles and everything inside of this small thing. But then I did also say I was going to put a doorway in here, because then that could lead to the opposite side of the ship. So I'm going to do that now. I should have really done that to begin with, so I can delete that. But it means I've got to then put another fallen down bookcase somewhere. So I can do this. Drag that over here. That double, why is that like that? Or is that just because it's clashing? Ugh. Ridiculous, can't believe that. Still moaning about it. All these bloody months later. Give! Fuck off. Go and bloody build yourself. You think you can have a go at me about something that wasn't technically my decision to begin with, so you're having a go at the wrong person, but I'm not going to let you have a go at the guy I was working with, because as far as I'm concerned, that's none of your damn business. Got nothing to fucking do with me. Still don't understand why it's not why the output window's coming up as that when that's not what it is. I don't get it. But that's the output window, so that I'll never get this bloody thing in OBS. You show the bloody render, then you get rid of the render, and then you do this, that, and the other. Funny, because I'm going to have to post this up on X later. It's so hilarious when you see people moaning at you. It's like, get a life. Jesus. Try to frigging work on this project now. This one has become more of the priority now. I realise I'm rendering these at high frigging fidelity. I don't need to render them at high res. Not this high res anywhere. Right, I need to change that render setting down. Let's have a look at that. Because let's hope now I've added the door in there. Yeah, perfect. Might actually not even have to put an angle on the door because that fits perfectly where that door is. It's just a case of adjusting the lights and the positions of them. That one I can probably move a little bit now. Put this there. Right, I need to move them in. I'm going to have to texture those tables at some point as well. Perfect. Do you see what I mean? It's starting to actually look like a library. It looks better now that I've done it this way than if I'd done it double floor, really claustrophobic in terms of what the hell I could put in there. So there's that. That's one advantage of doing it the way I've done it. The only thing I need to figure out next door is I'm trying to think what the hell I was going to say. Next thing I need to figure out apart from the fact I need to just lighting stuff like that, is I need to figure out exactly what sort of stuff I'm going to put in here. Because the puzzle stuff we can figure out at a later date. It's just getting it to the room is just walkable in the engine, which is something I've gone on about for months. It's just the way it goes. Well, give that the texture I've been using for everything else. But I'll get them a bit. So that's that one. Okay. Do the muzzle line. Oh. Bit random. How did that fall? So see, this is an example of somebody who actually sits there, knows his shit, and knows how to do all this stuff. Rather than saying, where's mine, mine, mine? Go and learn to get yours so you don't have to keep relying on people to do it. Seriously, it's what winds me up the most about most of this community. I'm not saying it's all of it. I'm just saying that there are certain parts of it that are really getting on my fucking nerves at the moment. And it's all due to the fact that they have entitlement issues that apparently I have to give them everything I've done. And I don't have to, and I'm not going to. Christ, it'd be like me just saying, oh, he's all the guide and things. Here's the master files for them. Go and do what the fuck you want with them. My God, the amount of shit I'd get from my team in general. But then again, if my team could see this shit, which I am going to be posting about later. Ridiculous. Why try and do something? Why try and do something good for the community and all the community ever seems to do with me is shit all over me? It just makes me think, maybe I should walk to a different community and disappear entirely and take everything with me. That would be funny, wouldn't it? Everything with me. Like I've been saying for years. You can't respect the design things. You can't respect the decisions made that aren't my decisions at all, then that's on you, not me. All I'm trying to do is do what I've been told to do, which is model shit. And that's all I did. Nothing more, nothing less. But to then start antagonise me on a stream completely unrelated to it, it's just so goddamn childish. It really fucking is. Right, what I'm gonna do. Like I said, I'm just gonna slap this texture on it. It always works. This one just works with everything I need it to at the moment. Got it everywhere. Got it on most of the decks I've already done. And that's weird. Why is it doing it with that one? But no. That's weird. The hell? Oh, that's why, because that's the one you want. Make the flaming tool set for myself. I can't bloody remember half the stuff I do because I'm going a bit too early. Let's do a quick re-render to test that wall then. See, that's the sort of thing I just sort of like associate with a library. That kind of thing. And bearing in mind, this is coming from a room that is literally just a small library. It's a small contained room with like maybe 4 bookshelves and one that's fallen over. I've just expanded it and made it a bigger library. Because, you know, this is the sort of attention to detail we go into when we make this stuff. Unlike people that are just like, oh, give me it. It's alright, I think because you've just been taking the piss, what I'll actually do is I'm actually just going to open up the files and just stick them everywhere as a joke. And just be like, oh, look at this. This is what you could have had. But I'm not that kind of a person, but I might just do it. Because you know what? Keep pushing me like you do. This is what happens. You just wind me up too much. Might need to change that. But then again, if I change the door texture, it might be a bit weird. I might have to get a different texture for the wall. All this stuff you got to do is all this tweaking I've got to do. Right, camera 1's been moved, but that means I can change these around now because I'm only focusing on one floor, which is good. But I don't think I need camera 1 to be anywhere. But then again, I do need it to be somewhere because having it outside of the bloody confines is not where you'd want it. That one's alright for now. Like I say, none of these camera angles are probably final because we'll tweak it. But we need it to be able to walk around it, get an idea of how it's going to feel, and then we can go from there. But to do that, it has to be finished. And this was finished, but then I wasn't satisfied with how big the bloody room actually is in the old game, so I expanded it like I've been saying, and this is what it is now. Definitely need to add another light source in there. Where's that old reference picture at, actually? Where's it at? Wait, did I save it in here or was it downloads? Oh, thank you, Ice Cream, because that's all I can need. Jesus, wet. Okay, that's really starting to piss me off now. Oh dear God, why the fuck does that always have to happen on this day of all days? Right. I must have saved it in pictures then. I've got to have saved it there. But then the question is where? Ah, there it is. Oh, it's a J5, isn't it? Sick. I hate these things. So I think I'll show this. If it'll actually show it, because it's a JFIF file. So let me see if I can show it on stream. Let's have a look. Should be able to. I don't know why they keep changing these formats. Just stick to the standard ones we know and love. JPEG has no issues. Why do we need a JFIF? Or whatever the hell you want to call it. I just call it another stupid bloody file format that's not needed, but we get it anyway. Now I've lost the bloody thing. Where the all formats. And the irony is, it can't do the one I need it to do. That's just fantastic, that. Great, fantastic, yay. There it is. Will it let me load it up? Oh, it does, that's good. Right, so. Obviously it's going to be blurred to fuck, and that's just testament to how good my eyesight is. Basically, all inspiration for this room that I'm doing now is all based on this one picture. So you see there's a lot of work that goes into it. A lot of like looking at details and picking things up and thinking, oh, this is a nice looking thing we could do with that. And throw that in, give it its own unique look. But then it's a question of, people should be asking, how the hell do you do such a blur image? How do you get your eyes to adjust to it? And how the hell do you model stuff like that? And it's a simple answer is when you've done it as long as I have, you can do anything. But that's what I have to work with, and that's how this has come along with this. And just building all the little bits and pieces you see in this version of the library. Because again, with this game, with the original game, it only ever shows you the back. It gives me a bit of creative freedom to show what's on the side and at the front of the wall. But it also means I can expand it a little bit and change some of the design of it, because there's nothing in that room. It's boring. But that's just some bloody little thing that I'm going to throw in there like I always do. So, with that in mind, don't really need to do anything with the cameras just yet. I do need to start filling this with books, so let me see, what was I going to do? Oh yeah, I was going to open up some of the RE3 stuff, wasn't I? Because, you know, if you've already modelled it, why bother doing it again? So, let me think. Clock Tower might have had a good one. In fact, there's a library there, isn't there? I should know this. I've been bloody modelling everything long enough. Oh, look at that. What a shame. Not in the public. I've really got to stop being a child, but I don't give a shit. Right, I'm going to rip a load of these books out. Because you know what, when you model everything for 6 years, of course I'm going to use it again and again and again, because I have the right to do it. So. Might do with all of them. But I'll stick with like the standard ones. Oh, perfect. They're already set. Yeah. Just drag you into the middle. Export you as a guiding asset, and I can put you in this other library that you're now gonna inhabit. Right, first things first, I need to freeze the transformations on that. The history and the non-deformer history needs to go. And I need to triangulate the asset and clean it. Didn't I do a triangulate button here? Bloody sure I did the triangulate button on my flooding shelf. Where the hell's my shelf gone? Right, well there's that then. Right, triangulate it anyway. I need it to be triangulated. Call it books. And I'm just going to put this in the assets folder for guidance stuff. Make that an FBX. Oh, we have another one as well. This is another one. Right, that's that new set of books. Let's just dump this in here and then go from there. Yeah, did I make these shelves just too big? But then again, it doesn't really matter if they're too big. I can just adjust the size of those. It'll work. Yeah, let me just check this. I think I might need to scale these down a bit. Or, like, add another shelf in, then add them on the top, and then just obviously go a bit mad with the books. Problem is, though, that's probably going to add a whole load of shit on top of everything as well. Especially render times and stuff. But then again, that's what happens when you're pre-rendering stuff. Anyway. Definitely that's it. Right, I'm going to add a different shelf in it there. Because that means it's going to alternate the design even more, which is good. Like I said, it's just get a little bit thicker. Like that. Oh, yeah, less space that we use. I should really put backface culling on that. So we can see inside without bloody piss around with stuff. Now, is there a camera that's looking there? I think camera 3 looks there, doesn't it? No. 4? 5? Camera 5. Let's have a look. And just like that, all the people disappear. Why? Were you expecting some sort of drama to kick off? Having a rant? No. Don't happen like that. But I will be posting this all over the place, because this sort of attitude, no. I'm not going to stand for it anymore. You do these sort of projects for people, and all you get are ungrateful little parts of this community that think you owe them something, but I owe nobody anything anymore. So, if it's going to be like that, guys, seriously, don't bother messaging me, because I'm not remotely interested at all in the slightest about your issues. You should be able to do all this stuff. You should be able to model stuff of your own accord. You should be able to learn something, and if you can't learn, then that's on you, not me. Anyway, this is about guiding, as I keep bringing up. Which is why the reason why this project exists as well, is because, of course, everybody was asking me to do it because I said I would, so there you go. You need somebody to actually do these backgrounds properly, and it might as well be me and a few others that are actually working on this stuff as well. But anyway, that's just the way it goes. And people are benevolent man-children that seem to think you owe them something. Absolutely goddamn pathetic. Just toss all these bloody books in anyway. God, I might even actually just do this with every single one of these, aren't I? Oh well. That's something new I've learned today. That's a bit too bloody big. I'll have to shrink them down at the top. 194,000 polygons already. Oh, Jesus, wept. I have to start breaking things down, I think. Especially when it comes to rendering, I'll have to like add these on a new layer and then just make it render them when I need them rather than like showing them all in everything so it renders it when it doesn't even look at it through the camera, because that's when you get issues. Gee, it's amazing, isn't it? People start pushing your buttons and you go through like, was it 600, and it drops down to 190, and all of a sudden people just disappear because they're expecting me to start a little debate over the bloody thing, and I'm like, no, I've got this thing to do and that's what it's going to be. Fun. Which means everything's going to be huge, but then I can say, if I keep... Right, what was that other one then? What's the other one I had? What is this one? Is this different? What the... When did I put these in then? Because they weren't in the library. Have I already put them in a different room and I just can't remember? Well, not that it matters, because obviously it's how you work with this stuff, isn't it? Them there, and obviously I'll have a few knocked over, and probably have a bunch like dropped everywhere. It's just, this is the time-consuming part. On top of texturing stuff, it's positioning stuff to make it look interesting, to make it like a used library. But how the hell would you make a library look used on a ship? I wouldn't bloody know. Colours as well at some point. Right, let me go back into the library study room. Oh, look, an RE3 room. Oh, blasphemy. How dare you show it? How dare you show something that you actually modelled and put all the time and effort into? How dare you? Oh, just... It makes me... I'm not laughing, but it is literally making me laugh inside. You just can't see it. It's just like, wow. People. Secondary book set. The amount of assets I've built just on this project alone over 6 years, it's Well, technically it's 7 years now because Facebook bloody brought up a reminder. You started doing these streams 7 years ago. And I was like, oh really? Was it 7 years ago? Jesus, wept. Time flies. And that was just the bloody starting area. Why is that? Try that again. What is going on here? Don't save this. This is important. Let me have a look. I am very confused. That shouldn't be doing that with those books. You should be loading those ones then. What do I have to do now? Do I have to start bloody deleting shit? Do I have to, like, delete all the history and non-deform history just to make this work? No, what the fuck's going on? They use it on the same texture space. Oh, they are on the same texture space. Well, then, why is it doing this? Why is it gone all crazy and shit? Oh, it's all the wrong UVs though. Hang on a minute. Let me have a... What else have I got on here? Oh, we got yellow. Put that yellow one on. That'll do. Put the bloody yellow one on. Jesus wept. That'll do. No, I've just bloody done this anyway. Right, I need to put these somewhere else. Yeah. Make these ones just a little bit bigger. I think I'll keep them as thick tomes. I think that makes more sense because there are very thick. There are some books that are very thick. Not that I've read anything that thick in my entire life, but it's literally just filling in the bloody gaps, isn't it? Just like... So look what that looks like. Yeah, that'll do, because obviously it's just books. More bloody books that you can stick, you know, shake a fucking stick at. Excuse me language, but that's just the way it goes. Grab these and drag these over here. Oh, this is going to be so tedious. I hate these sort of bloody things. This is what bores me so bloody much after I've built something. It's just... The library is about a gazillion different bloody books you've got to put in. Just to make it look like a goddamn library. mad, aren't I? No, I don't really want that one. Unless I have this one fold over. Have this one on the like knocked down. At least that's still got the fallen bookcase, because there is one that is falling in the actual game. I want to try and keep at least those little bits and pieces in, because that is attention to detail and that's dedication to this project. I'm on the other projects I've done. Knew these books were going to be the bloody, like, pain in the ass to do. Primarily because there is going to be so many of them. Seriously, tell me there's no angle from there. There is a bloody angle. What camera is that? Is it 6? Camera 2 does that one, doesn't it? Oh, Jesus, this is going to be like I know it's like simple. I can just kind of go right. I can drag these over here. That's another set of books done, but it just feels a bit cheap to me. So I can choose that texture on it, actually. Oh, I can. put that colour on it. I forgot I had all these on one bloody UV map. Ah, the craziness of what you can do. When you've actually modelled something, it's your own. Here as well. Got to try to fill in these bloody blanks, which is a pain in the ass. This is what I mean about doing any kind of like 3D work special again when you're working in something like a library or a room that's got lots of different files and books. You've got to have individual ones. Everything has to be individually textured with a different thing to make it look unique and different. This is where my sanity starts to take a hit. Just freaking books everywhere. Oh my god, this is driving me mad. What I do is I'll just stick them up there as well. So you get a different texture for this one off that UV bit I've got. Because they're a different UV format, aren't they? So I can kinda... Is that all it is? Seriously? Well, there we go then. There. Bit of these and drag that over here. If I know these aren't going to fit the shelf, I'm just going to scale these in a little bit. have a go there. Look, and why have I opened up Photoshop? Oh, did it not register it? Oh, that's fine with me. Can you see us in camera 0? I can't remember. Nope. Does that fit? Oh, wait a minute, that is that one. So is it because there's nothing at the bottom, maybe? Have I gotten too far up against the bloody wall? Should they be further inwards? $538,000. Oh my god, these books are going to destroy the bloody graphics card. Oh my Jesus. And this is why I hate libraries so much. So many books. Not that one. Render from that camera. Let's have a look at this now. Why is that like that? Camera 4, explain to me why that's like that. Is it because it's clashing there a little bit? Let me just move that in a bit then. Seems like now. Definitely means I need to put another light in somewhere. Getting a bit bloody. Put one there too. Need to texture these now, but I can't figure out. No, they've got to be a wood texture. What kind of wood texture is the question? Rustic wood. How the hell can you have rustic wood? I'd actually want to know how that works. Because that just sounds crazy. Oh, that one's alright. Let's have a... Right, now I do need Photoshop open. So... my files. So this is library. Let's call it. Right, this doesn't need reflectivity because it's a goddamn table. Access. Bled. But let's just scale these down a little bit. Let's have a look what this looks like now. I'm going to adjust the material settings for that. Right, maybe like that. Make it a little bit more specular. So maybe just make it darker with the diffuse potentially. So it's all right. What these were. Can't figure them remember though. I might just have to give that a standard bling metal colour because I don't remember what the texture's supposed to be for that. Great. So we'll let that. You don't want to make it reflective too much. Let's see. Oh shit, it's got all those little things on that side. I just haven't done it on that side just yet. Okay, let me look what this looks like. What is this actually using? Because I thought these things would have been a little bit translucent. Shit. Thought it would have been like that. Just grab all not the carpet. Drag that along. Now is that going to be all separate bits? Oh, shit. That has to all be combined because I rotate that. So I just want to rotate this back in position where that is. That one. So the only thing I need to do is obviously keep all these bloody books in the... Keep on adding more books to the bloody shelves. Which means I also have to have books all over the spire. Oh, that one can move now, actually. Changed that. Well, I do have a camera that's looking that way. Should really have one more. Let's set there. Let's drag Barry out of there. Looks fine to me. The more things that are on that thing to render, the better. And the more lighting scene, the better too. Well, where the hell's Where's me bloody... Yeah, that's fine. There's something I need to do with light source, isn't it? Got a light source up and running in here somewhere. It's a library, isn't it? It's an ornate room. I wonder if I still got that ornate chandelier I did. Jesus Christ. Did I put that in here? If it is, what did I actually call it? Not those ones, because those are the warning lights, aren't they? Double eye, that's got to be that one that was generic, so I don't need that in there because that just looked completely out of place. Even here. No. Fair enough, I'm going to have to go there again, aren't I? Grab that. Oh, what was that room again? Piano room, wasn't it? No. Don't dare show off that, that'll insult everybody, won't it? Pretty sure I put this in before though. So we put standard on that. Bloody adamant I've done this one before. Where the so that would be in the piano room, ironically enough. Yeah, I knew I'd done it. Ceiling light mesh. Is that what I call that? Yes, there is. Okay, so don't listen. Probably will work better in the centre of each part of the room. Another one there. Then should I put one there? The other thing I need to do is make it so they don't actually cast a shadow. So that would be a display once. No. Shit, where is it at? Right, the stats, that's the one. Perfect. Gonna move that over a bit. Put that in the centre there. That's already the centre of the room, but I think I might just be a cheeky bugger and just put like 2 above like that. Which just keeps it consistent. It's not going to be seen through the wall, let me have a look. It's fine. Since I'm literally an impasse with this, because it is dumb, I'm not going to be on stream, I'm not going to be putting all these individual bloody bookcases and bookshelves and books, and there's just no point doing it on stream. I'm going to cut the stream short. So, yeah. But I will get this one thing straight, that if people continually persist and moan and bitch like little children, I'm just going to completely block you and everything you say. Now you're all getting all pissy about something that's beyond my control. This is what I'm going to end this stream on. People keep bombarding me because I am going to make this aware to everybody I know. Because if it starts affecting this project, then that's going to be a whole load of shit opening up there. This is the warning I have to give. Project's done. Resident Evil 3 Revisited is done. It's been done for 6 years, ever since I finished it last November. And the other half of that will not be getting released. And it's simply because people cannot respect the artist who modelled them, who continually come after me and do all this crap that they've done in chat, and they've done this now the second time I've done another stream exactly like this. And I'm sorry to say, but if the attitude of people does not improve, it's going to completely affect this mod. And this is when I say that there is the minority in the community that lets down the majority of the community, but the problem is I've had this shit for so long over the years that I'm just absolutely sick and tired of it. But I'm also just getting to a point where I'm blocking it all out because it's just basically children demanding and wanting rather than actually doing anything for themselves. And I'm not prepared to do that. In fact, I'm not allowed to do that. That's just the way it goes. But to come and say it's Capcom's property, blah, 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 fucking blah, it's like, well, no, it's not, mate, because I'm the one that's got the evidence of me building every single room from scratch. It's not Capcom's property in a sense that I've rebuilt it all, and I take credit for the full rebuild of everything I've done. Therefore, it's at the artist's discretion whether to release it or not, and I'm not going to. It's as simple as that. And that's all I'm going to say, because if I start getting any more idiots bloody going and throwing the same shit at me every day, it's just going to be the same answer. It's not happening. I'm done with that project. I've moved on. This is the current project. None of these assets are ever going to get released. The only thing you'll have of these is pre-renders, which will be heavily encrypted, so you won't be able to get them anyway. And with that, I finish this stream.